Good morning to you all today. I hope you all are doing well. Today, guys, I wanted to talk about complacency and more specifically, probably in the beginning, mostly complacency, mostly when God has you hidden, and just complacency in certain other areas as well that God is really not wanting us to move into because we still have a job to do, and He doesn't want us to get too comfortable or to get too used to a certain season, okay, just because it pleases us to be there. Okay, so I'm gonna go with what is complacency? What is complacency? And I got this from Collins Dictionary. Complacency is when a person is very pleased with themselves or feels that they do not need to do anything about a situation, even though the situation may be uncertain or dangerous. And mostly, I was starting to become complacent mostly when I was in a hidden state because I became comfortable in that space since it felt safe. Like I felt safe in my cave when I didn't really have to deal with too many people or anything like that. I started to become complacent until God moved me out of that area some and put me in an environment where I had to get back used to dealing with people again and all those different personalities, which I also love to do that too, but it just felt safer in my cave where I didn't have to do all of that. And so God moved me out because I was starting to become comfortable being by myself all the time, and He really doesn't want us to do that. Like I said, God had me tucked away for so long that I developed this comfort for it. Okay, my cave became a comfort zone. Complacency is self-satisfaction. It's a form of self-satisfaction that a person will get when they get to a certain level or they get used to being in a certain space for a while. All right, if you read Zephaniah 1 and 12, it says, "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled, complacent, on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil." So there's other scriptures in here that talks about complacency. You won't see the word complacent, but you will see that it is talking about complacency. And the other one that I found is in Deuteronomy. It's in Deuteronomy 4:25 through 26. Feel free to go read that one if you would like. That's Moses when he was talking about people becoming complacent. And complacency in the Bible means a state of listless passivity in which you find comfort in mediocrity and the status quo while you indulge your own whims and feel your passion for God fade away. So becoming complacent can actually move us away from God. Because honestly, when we get to doing things, new things, and we keep working, and especially if we're able-bodied to do these things, we don't have that certain level of like when we have to have faith when we trying something, new, or if we just have to depend on God because we don't really know what we're doing and God give us these assignments. That really draws us closer to God because we are depending on God to show us how to do certain things, when to do certain things. And so it will draw us away from God when we become complacent. As that's like we're saying, like, okay, God, you've done everything that I need for right now. So thank you. And I don't need anything else. Thank you. And God don't want us to do that because He still wants to keep blessing us. He really wants us to see how far we can actually go in this life. And we can also help a lot of people when we are doing what God wants us to do. And that is also a part of sin when we start becoming complacent to where it pulls us away from God. Also, complacent does not mean lazy because you got people that are complacent that's still working super hard at the same job. And a lot of times God will tell us to do something different or to move or to advance in that career. But a lot of people become complacent where they are and they won't move. Okay. We are always supposed to be looking for ways to expand and to grow. Always supposed to be looking for ways to expand and to grow. And remember when I told you guys not to get set in your ways? This is a part of complacency as well. Do not get set and settled in your ways. Okay? You can't worry about what other people think while you are trying to grow as well. I had to write that note down. God said you can't worry about what other people think about you while you are trying to grow, because that will stifle your growth when you got other people on your mind that don't understand your mission. They have their own separate mission, so they're not really going to understand yours. And if they are talking and telling you, okay, that don't make sense, I don't think you should do that. I mean, it's a lot of things that God tells us to do that may not make sense like that to us, because you feel like you may not be qualified, but God knows that you are qualified. That's why he told you to do it. All right. And you can come out of complacency by moving outside of yourself and your fears, by figuring out what you can do to help other people. When you figure out what you can do to help other people, that automatically can push you out of complacency, because you find there's a lot of things that we can do to actually help people. There's a lot of things we can do. You are needed. Okay. It is said that other people can suffer as a result of us being complacent, or as a result of us not putting our talents out there, not working on our talents, not trying to grow in our talents and gifts. I think it is said too that a lot of times God will actually take your gift and give it to someone else that actually want to do something with it. Okay. So people can become complacent because of a lot of factors. And the most common reason is success, as far as I can see. The most common reason for complacency can be success. You feel like you've arrived. I've not arrived. Nobody has arrived. We're all supposed to be working towards something else. All right. A lot of times it's because of that promotion, that marriage, the baby that you finally got that you was trying to work so hard to get, the house that you always dreamt of purchasing, the car, and whatever else that you had on your mind. You feel like, okay, well, I got this now. Now what? But there's always other things that can be done to help us to grow, to get us in the I guess you can say the habit of like helping society, helping other people in some kind of fashion, some way, shape, form, or fashion. There's always something out here. It's just too much to do to be complacent. So that's one thing I pray to God that I don't do. I don't feel like I would, because I gotta have something new. I got that sort of spirit where I love new things, new words from God. I like to see him do new things. Like the new thing he did the other day with the flute and whatever, the trumpet, the flute thing. I said, that was new. I have never heard that sound before. And it made my whole day. I'm like, that is wonderful. But God does say, come with him. He'll show you great and mighty things you do not know. He said, behold, I do a new thing. So I think that is beautiful. It's always something, new with God. And it be things that you don't really think exist that happens. So it can be always something new. But yeah, I hope that this helps somebody. If you are starting to become complacent, try to come out of complacency. Think of what you can do to help other people. That's one of the ways you can come out of complacency. And yeah, and be a blessing to other people. All right. You guys are certainly a blessing. I just want to say that. You guys are a total blessing. And I love y'all. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.